Hi, my name is Alexander Frank, and welcome to week 7 of teaching myself to sing an octave lower using the subharmonic vocal technique. I sang in the concert, sang some of the bass notes. It was a success. I hit about half of the notes I attempted, which is infinitely more than I would have done 8 weeks ago when I didn't even know this technique. So it wasn't perfect, but I'm really happy with what I did. Was this project a success? There were 2 success conditions, if you remember from the first video. The first one was that I could do this without injuring myself. That was successful. This technique hasn't really had an effect on my actual tenor range, which is great. It's not an unqualified success in that sense because this technique sort of does, via vibrating other parts of your vocal tract that aren't normally vibrating, can induce some irritation. So what that actually means for me, at least, is that it feels like I have to clear my throat a lot more, or there's something kind of in there that's a little irritating, even though it doesn't actually affect my singing. But I would continue to do it. It's not damaging, it's just a little irritating. The second success condition was that I produce a clear, pure bass note, and that was also successful. If you remember back in week 1, where I started, it was not very clear at all. But over 7 weeks of practicing, I've been able to more consistently produce a pretty musical tone down in the bass 2 range. So that's sort of the culmination of the practice that I've been doing. Am I going to become a professional bass 2? Absolutely not. The technique is great for little bits here and there. I would not be able to sing a whole section with it for several reasons. First of all, the timbre of the sound down there, it's a little too different than normally produced singing to be broadly applicable. It's really only useful for certain small applications, little sustained notes here and there, not for an entire aria, for example. Also, the range is extremely limited. Maybe some people can do it with a bigger range than I can. The effective range of this technique, for me, it's only about a minor third from C2 to E flat 2. So anything beyond that, it starts sounding either cartoonish or froggy, or the technique just really doesn't work. It can be extended, and I could probably extend it with practice. Maybe I will do that. I'm not sure. You heard in my demonstration just now, I did get down to a B flat. For me, that's still wildly inconsistent. Sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't. I haven't really figured it out. But again, I've only been doing this for 7 weeks. So I think I will continue to develop the technique, to practice here and there. It's a nice little trick to have, especially as a tenor. It's fun to do, so I'm going to continue working on it. That's sort of the extended range of what I can do. I can't do that too much because the mechanism is still sort of underdeveloped for me. I would have to rehearse that and practice that for a long time, months or even years, for it to be really consistent and perfect every time. So anyway, so that's the summary of this project. 7 weeks of teaching myself to sing an octave lower. I did it with some limitations. But overall, the project was extremely successful in my opinion. It's been really fun to extend my own technique. It's been really fun to actually sing bass 2 in a concert. All the other singers in the group were very supportive, and when the subharmonic technique hit, it really hit. It sounded great. Helped out the concert, helped out the choir tremendously. So I'm very happy to have been able to do that. So a lot of fun. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time.